arrives, I say, yes, I want to speak to the chatbot. And this is how high class the Lululemon website is. Yeah. The website says, you've been put in a queue to chat to one of our educators. You want to deep
okay, boss, today we're legit. We got a client getting washed. Told them the owner would collect and drop off the car personally and in spotless condition. I just love hearing him smile, you know?
Sabrina's just AI, but I'm imagining her sitting at her computer, like nursing a coffee with two hands, you know, in athleisure wear, onto those chairs that don't have a back on them. You sort of kneel forward. Yeah, I know those. It's really good. That's how I imagine it. It's just singing boys, boys, boys. By Sabrina. That's Hello Disco Time. She must be Lululemon. She must be very enough. Sabrina says, I'm sorry to hear this, but this is a real chatbot thing to say. Please allow 3 to 5 minutes for me to look at this order.
Once you arrive over a lunchbox, the usher will put the car keys in there for you.
She's a teenage witch and she needs that much time. I've just written a straight up one, and I've also the chatbot allows you to upload a photo. So I have taken a photo. It's just this is not America. Note, not 5 minutes. And in fairness to Sabrina, absolute, she comes through with yeah, I'm sorry to hear that you're missing one boxer, she calls them. Sounding like a dog that's been lost. She says, I'm gonna go ahead and refund the value of one boxer, 19 euros. Oh, that's good. Yeah, but let me tell you, I paid 7 for pence. No, I paid 77 for 5. Sabrina doesn't know that I got them on sale from the website. So it makes it money. So 77 euros for 5 is 15.5 euros each. Therefore, I'm 360 off on this. So anyways, we are specified. Thanks. And then you follow this with the ceremony of throwing out some parchment. Oh, that's great. Yeah. So it's a one-in-one. Straight in the kitchen bin. So a bit outside. No, I wouldn't burn them. They wouldn't burn. That's a little bit. You'd have to fire them. It's completely rusted. They're completely rusted. I put them in an oil barrel and leave them in the desert. It's a really nice day. Yeah. As I say, to do work in the show. Now, in fairness, I listened back to it, and as always, it's not as bad as speaking. Like, there is a thing where he's getting incrementally better every single time. That makes you good comedians, your standards are better. You know, it's like the Beatles saying that, George, you're not recording yourself. Yeah, I'm old for it. Also, yes, sorry, I don't wash the pants. Would you please arrive straight on? Straight on. Yeah, because that's the first wear is the best one. I can't wait till we can put that to our face. Because I don't step up. Particularly if you tried to step up and offer us free roofs, and all we've done was mock raw breakfast for having an annoying lunch. So I need to work, right? So obviously, first thing I do, complete computer desktop cleanup. My computer desktop is chaos. Did you just put everything in the bin? Did you actually put things into documents? No, I save everything to the desktop. Be it a physical photograph, a meme, a funny interruption, the internet that I'm sending to other people, because that really slows down your computer. Is that the case? I wonder if that is actually the case. You should put it all in documents, and then you can't see them, and it's quicker. Okay, so you work, so the next thing you do is you read some of the Arrow's book. Okay. So, yeah, so very good metaphors to describe the line that says, okay, I've just read the first couple of chapters, is being autistic. Like, he says he was always very good at fitting in, did like, what was compared to a saltwater fish in a freshwater ocean, whereby, you know, it's all very complicated. So when people say, are you disabled in a conventional sense? He's like, well, I wouldn't be if I was someone who's really very interesting. Yeah. Need to work. The next thing you do is no, there goes the sponsorship. No, because I just trust the trousers as well. Yeah, because my trusted trousers is a little bit of money. So there's a hole in there. So if I'm wearing plastic trousers, really just is that from deep grind to super just? Because I go to a and people all enjoy using a sutra, two words that I've never put together. Although I used to rather than American girl in the 20s, and her favorite, but she had two things that she loved that I said. One was waste paper basket, I guess they call them trash cans. I don't know what you call that, it's a name of measure. And the other was sexy bottoms. She'd be like, hey, you got your sexy bottoms. And then Jamie moved to the UK. She stayed for a bit and she does because she's and Jamie was asked the question. That's what I was like, sure, let's just get over it. Give it to you, I don't know what we're not saying Denny's Club. We carry on. The other great mix-up with Sarah Crow, with her great friends, was she thought bookmakers who you see them on the street actually made books. Because Ireland being like quite a literary country, she was surprised by the number of bookmakers on virtually every main street. A lot of first-time novelists. Yeah, it's interesting. All those bookmakers as well. It's aren't they? Like smoking and tiny pens. That's their specialty. It doesn't take a lot of time to write the first novel. Tiny pens, tiny pens, no sheets. I need to work, so he's in the kitchen. Good, I need to work. So I get a text from my friend Eva, who says, "Sing in a minute. Let's go for lunch." Right, right. We go for lunch. Eva is also a smarty pants, so I decide I will unroll some of the. Like my brain's been running a little loud, which tends to happen when you're writing a show like this, because everything is intentional. You spend every waking moment, even while you're talking to your mom, actually thinking out loud through the bit about if I was a politician or whatever it's a short. And so we need to find that down. Eva is a writer and has many insights. Her neighbor is don't drink coffee first thing in the morning. Yeah, don't buy it. She clearly doesn't have two kids under 40. I know, I'm sorry. I do feel this way when I do my weeks. Like, I know who I'm talking to here. And so, very often my week is just like, and then I lay in the shade wall and complain that the quality of banana leaves on the inside is too gross. Hey, everybody's journey is different. That's fine. Now, sitting here, you are it's just like, shit exploding into the coffee shop. So, sure, I do have a coffee. You know, we're going to yesterday. Do you want it now or do you want it yesterday? I love it now. So, yesterday, my dad's not my dad, so my apologies for lies of the thought, the pure lies of the thought. Yeah. I'm meeting quite an important person in town. A deal maker. This is like Tim Key. Yeah, it's like Tim Key. You could change my voice. So I get to a cafe opposite my review ones. I'll name the cafe because I recommend you go there. The coffee's good, the food's good. It's called Postal Food. Okay. I go in there and I'm an hour early, but I've got work to do. It's fine. 40 minutes in. So I order a coffee. I'm trying to get back to my phone got 10 seconds. I need to So there I am. Just trying to sit down and shopping. So keep my coffee, half of my coffee, getting a few beers, that's work, on the phone, texting something. And I go up, it's not the person I gave time to, what turned out to be very just turns around, picks up the phone, hands it, and says, "This is not an office." So I'm slightly taken aback, but I'm like, just feel a bit confused, but yeah, I've got things to do. But yeah. The guy I mean turns up, there's a slightly bigger table, it's a small cafe, it's a bigger table at the end. So I go move to that table, and the guy I mean comes, I order a coffee for both of us, we get those coffees. We chat for maybe 40 minutes. Meeting goes well together, and some fun. Yeah. Great. Well, we've got to go, so then we leave together. And then he goes, and I think, actually, the chicken schnitzel sandwich in there looked good. And I've got a tiny little work to do. So I'm going to pop back in, have that sandwich, finish the work there. So I come back in, and I see the girl who I'd given the phone to. I said, "Can I have a chicken schnitzel sandwich?" She went, "Yeah, are you going to sit back where you were?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, sure." So I sit back down, I ordered the sandwich, and I sit back to my laptop. Owner comes up to me again and says, "You can't be here all day." And I said, "I've just ordered a sandwich." And he went, "Yeah, I'm just saying, you can't be here all day." I'm like, so I'm really sort of, this man has told me off twice, but I don't really know why. I think I have to be polite. And I said, "Do you want me to not have the sandwich?" I said, "Do you want me to not have the sandwich?" Yeah. He's like, "No, I'm just planting a seed." So I'm sort of a bit confused, and I'm not very confrontational. I can't really do confrontations, but I'm inwardly confused. I say, "So you want me to stay for the sandwich?" He's like, "Yes, but you can't be here all day." I'm like, "I don't want to be here all day. Yeah. Can I have the sandwich?" So then he wanders off. So I do my work, right? The sandwich is great, right? But I am really really odd. Yeah. Had you done anything previous to this? Had you marked your card at the start? No. Did you come in with a copy from another place or something like that? I hadn't done anything. I mean, I had done nothing. But here's a light. I ordered coffee. So then as I leave, 90% of it is, I'm just going to go. You know, yeah. But I'm intrigued. And I say, look, thanks so much. I just wondered why you keep telling me, off. Oh, that's good. This is like when you get to about 17 and you finally confront a grown-up. Yeah. Why do you keep telling me off? And he's like, "I didn't tell you off." And I said, "Well, first you told me this is not an office, because I just had my phone charging. And then you told me to get out of here when I'd ordered a $16 sandwich. Seems odd. What's a pair of Lululemons?" Then he said, "People come in here all the time. You sit on their laptop, you nurse a coffee grab." And I say, "Well, I totally get that. But that wasn't me. Like, I wasn't. Yeah. I did have a laptop." Yeah. And then he said, "When you shut the door, you sprawl across the table, your bags were everywhere." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "No one else could sit there." And like, there was no one else. There was like 2 other people. And I was like, anybody could have sat there. They just had us, and there was loads of other tables. And he went, "But I run a business here. We're here to sell coffee and serve food." Yeah. And I said, "But I bought coffee. I did the things. I did everything you asked me from me. Why are you telling me off?" And then I left shaking my head. And I don't know if it was worth it. And I then went to check if there'd been lots of mean reviews on the account. So maybe it was just like that. Well, I sort of stood my ground a bit. Yeah. The more I do this talking, the more I think I'm the person. Yeah. I really think I was polite at this instant. I feel it's a real development from old facts. Yeah. When finding hair in pasta, simply ate the pasta and then left the hair in a parallel line with the knife. Yeah. Why have you been telling me off? Totally intriguing. Anyway, sorry, it's your day. But it was a coffee anecdote I thought I'd share. Okay, this day really steps up now. Got it. Where are we? 2 p.m.? 2 p.m.? Yeah. So we've had an attitude makeover. We need to. This is the problem essentially at the moment is I've become a little disassociated from the world because I'm thinking about this show too much. You know, you need to ground yourself a little bit more. Also, that's
all right, compadre, here's the team. There's a rival op who made the misguided decision to work in spite of us instead of with us. So, we gotta take him out. Check your GPS, got some goodies for you to collect.
On the neighbor's step, and he said he's about to go to movies or doesn't need to be doing this. How often is acceptance, of some of your strikes that never happen? So I say to him, I'm going to sort this for you. You're going to say, I've got a shelter weapon, so I'm going to power shoot that. The one question to any big power washers listening is you need to know what sort of tap are we working on here? Is it an outside tap? Forgive me, actually it's a turby tap. And there ends the steps. You need to open your peepers and see there's so many different. The turby isn't where the rubber hits the road in the power washer. You need a thing that taps on.
Surprise! Explosive charges! You're gonna use these to shake up their operation. Oh, and boss, grab any cash before you blow the place up. I'm waste conscious.
Kind of like two separate, like, jobs. And I say, I'm very busy, so therefore I'm going to go to a hardware shop. So reappear in 10 minutes with the power washer, a hose, and an extension cable as well. So you have about 10 years ago, and it's one of my great breaks. So I know you have a power washer. So tuned up. So we arrived back and I put on dirty shoes, which is the key to any when you use power washing medicine. It destroys your shoes. Lala invites me in, and his patio is being
What a pansy! Oh, he's hit!
You're mine! Have you ever done it for him? So you basically are rifle in your hand, and I'm pretty sure that Musk would approve of it as a thing that young men should do. Join the army, do coding, and do power washing. They're the three things. The power washing rifle sends out a sort of full stop of intense water. So what you need to do is go along in line. It's very therapeutic. There's no shortcuts here whatsoever. But as you will find out in a minute, Walla's patio hasn't been cleaned, I would say, it's 10 years. Okay, correct. And it's a granite slab patio. So as you clean it, because it's a beautiful day, the sunlight catches the quartz and the granite. Oh my goodness, it's like a Hollywood sound stage from the golden era. Is it like the satisfaction, like maybe even more so, but when you Google up finding this for Christmas, it's a real joy. Is it a similar? I put it up there with painting a wall white, where it's just so obvious when you're done, you're done. Now, you go into the kitchen, and we have a real 10 minutes of panic, because I included this cam, which is like, I got this, you guys. And we then find out that the attachment doesn't work, it's a tap, so it's initially when I attach it on, and I put the tap on, water shoots out like in Laurel and Hardy. Like fully in my face, and then I turn around, and it's like hitting kitchen units, and then it fills up the whole kitchen, and you and Rana have to get one of those up and down things on a train just to escape. That is the absolute fear. And then you have
Oh yeah! No way the cops didn't hear that bang, so if you get in trouble, use it before you get back to the car wash.
For 15 to 20 years, occupied this key role of Irish sport, where he was the bagman for the Irish rugby team and for the British and Irish Lions. So on the walls around me are, these various team photos and like the wild celebration of the first Grand Slam in 50 years. There's a letter from Prince Andrew or whatever he's not Prince Andrew, it's the one with Prince William being like, thank you for all. I think he's a patron of the line. There's real good stuff around. You had a letter from Prince Andrew. Would you put on your wall? And I'm now dousing all these priceless artifacts. So that's my fear. Okay, so I asked them for a towel, and I managed to find that they melted the towel with the towel. So that's impressive. Yes, we've got it in now, and they're in 2.5 hours of power hosing. Is it great? Is it all great or an hour in? Now, because it's like driving across the country or something. You know exactly where you are with the project. There are no shortcuts here whatsoever. And because I'm also procrastinating, it's absolutely ideal. Because, like, I can't even turn the power hose on. Because there's a chance when the pressure drops, the towel will I'm amazed it sticks to 2.5 hours. It's absolutely fantastic. So, I just have to keep going. This is such a nice day. You do a bit, and then 15 minutes later, you look at things drive on, and you see the shining silver magic of it. I'm very pleased with the whole job. I haven't plugged the kitchen. He's very happy with you. The last thing you do, there's a point in power washing because you fired all this muck up off the patio. It's gone all over the walls of the house. Yeah, where he is definitely thinking, while it's very nice that you did this, you have destroyed my house. So the last thing you do is you put it on a very low setting and you just kind of hose the walls, and they come up even more pristine than they were before. And it's really good. And because we're now up to maybe 5:36, there's still time to do a little bit of work. Of course. So I get back to the house and immediately decide I need to go on a cycle. Even though I've clearly had... You must be tired from that. Yeah, from 2 hours of that. Oh, absolutely. No, this is pure procrastination. I've had in my head that I want to take out one of the summer bikes because we're getting near to the Tour de France. Tour de Italy's just finished. I really should contribute to those brave riders. Take out the Comago Olympic. I go for... you never regret.
All right, let's see. One of Mr. Favor's clients had some assets stolen.
Cycle right around the spot. It's brilliant. It's helicopters.
You need something, huh? One of your rides?
So
Let me know.
it's going to be pretty ready when I get home. So I get back at about 7. She's like, not quite ready. And I say, good. Because another thing about power washing is...
So, got a bit of history for you. Mr. Faber and Tony Prince go way back. I mean, Tony's first club was a Mr. Adventure. Kind of financial relationship they've got is tight, you know? They're totally interconnected, which means if Gay Tony ends up in debt, so does Mr. Faber. Now, Tony, he likes to invest in whiskey. We're talking 6-figure, even 7-figure bottles. And I just found out one of his runners stole a bunch of them. Now, look, I want to solve this before it becomes Mr. Faber's problem, so we gotta hit up this runner's place, find out where those bottles are, and get them back. All right, hot stuff, you got this.
But it's slightly crispy because she's cooked on very high heat. What do you think that you know better? She feels like, she could sometimes make an attempt to suppress the comedy of the evening. We are trying to get to keep good. I figured this stuff out. So I feel this is good wisdom because I did have a lunch with these stuff. That's fine. If you are to watch the new prestige history of Ireland TV show. Okay, this is just like a drone shot behind the waves and you know, little things from the scale. You know, both of them, no, I think you need to live on the other end of the road that you live on. So that's not how it is. Imagine if you got 30 miles of the and then you have one more element with really high budget stuff. And it's good, I think, because sometimes these shows, all the money these shows in American TV, sometimes they can transfer a little bit to the American market, but you know what I mean? And the Netflix, just a bit of American. This has got, it comes from Kevin Costner's Hollywood. No, it's his story and to learn some fascinating facts about history. Most Viking raiders, you say you have to go to most Viking raiders aged between 17 and 20. I didn't know that. That's pretty interesting. Because now you see kids that are like, oh, you should be on 300 or whatever. But yeah, they were utilizing the testosterone of young men. I mean, I've got to say,
So, you can break and enter, right? Of course you can. Know why? Because you can do anything if you believe in yourself.
Kill another set of people. It would be a good yesterday, though, wouldn't it? What did you do? I sailed in Dublin. I sailed from Norway to Dublin. I rode. My mother is an enigma, and she just occasionally gives me a thing that I wasn't expecting, and she has given me the previous day a bar of chocolate that she said cost a tenner.
Oh, nice.
And
I like your style.
it is the sort of hipster trending chocolate of the
Can you see a USB line around? We need whatever info we can get.
Oh, there's my chocolate. So we look at the ingredients. It is unspeakably delicious. It's basically a lot of milk.
Did you find it? Then jam that thing in the laptop.
Stuff on the inside. We managed to eat half of it.
The password's probably scrambled. See if you can work it out.
That's pretty much it. I think we did a little bit of...
You know, while you're there, you could just take whatever you want. I mean, who's gonna stop you?
I've had a goodly amount of athletic exercise today. Show's done. Edinburgh starts tomorrow. You'll be fine. The other fascinating fact about it is they've done DNA testing on early pre-Bronze Age Irish people, people who were here, and they just entirely vanished. Like there is no genetic similarity with people of Ireland today. Yeah, there were two entire populations of Ireland, probably ice ages or something like that, and they just went. Do not exist. Yeah, they do not exist. Yeah. They went up to bed and failed to complete the Irish Times simplex crossword. I blamed it on the fact that I was just starting to feel tired, and then set off on another exciting night of sleep, attempting to not sleep with my arms folded face down in but then the show concludes that day. I think it's a great day. Yeah, I think I like it. A day of procrastination. As I will say after every one of your days. Oh no, fuck, I'd love a day after I knew this was gonna be it. There was certainly a sense of accomplishment from it, and then also a sense I've got to work very hard on the show today. I'm almost taking the day off yesterday. It gives me a little bit of distance, some philosophical insight. I mean, this show's going to be good. Unless, of course,
give me one sec to check out the deets.
Who lives next door to, Rana says, you couldn't power wash my patio. I love the way you open the door and then suddenly it's like, why do you have a 6-mile patio? That can't even fit with like the size of our gardens in this street, but it just goes on forever. I think it was a lovely day.
I sent you some cords. Head there, I'll clue you in on the way.
I sent the helicopter off to work this morning. He was coming out of
Oops, okay. We might have attracted some attention. Hey, he stashed the whiskey in Thompson's scrapyard. I'm gonna send you what I found. It'll like remind us. Maybe you can make sense of it when we get there. Hey, how are you? I tried to lose anyone following. You don't want to bring that trouble to the scrapyard. You're my Mr. Favorite Light Skate, Tony. You guys got charm, you know? God, I want to age like that. Well, you're fine, Mo. Did you get my message?
Just run of the mill, like every else. This is the most TV podcast. 66 episodes, the season that got veterans. This is the episode.
Shit! I just found messages who were saying some shady sounding guys. Don't know who they are, but they're not gonna be friendly. See, this is why I don't trust anyone except you, but I think that's technically a contractual obligation. You've had a rabies shot, right? Ah, shit. Here they come.
Email us at whatdidyouduyesterdaypod@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram, yesterdaypod. Please subscribe and like it on your preferred podcast platform. Please do that. Thank you, David.
Let's fucking go!
Hello, Max Rushing here. You might remember me from Series 9, Episode 2. I'm going to tell you about the most dedicated people in the daily children of my favorite generations. You're right, but you always a chance to do this. Perfect for newborns, 3-year-olds, 6-year-olds, and 7-year-olds. Just Google Dog by the Baby Children. Video and the Baby Children.
One down! Where you gonna go? Chinga tu madre, bro! Man down! ¡Puta madre! ¿Qué onda?
Texas, make New York.
¡Mi vida, mano!
It's a good experience. I don't want to go in the rain right now. Enjoy the conversation.
If you get stuck figuring out those reminders, just drop me a message. I got you.
I like doing like YouTube.
Oh, fucking snacks!
Oh my god, you should be doing GCC. You yeah, like I'm complaining, you have to count. Let's bring your phone. Everyone hashtag I'm there. Video on hashtag believe her. Hashtag that's what believe her. Yeah. Hashtag big dude. Hashtag big dude. Hashtag so two. All of us. It's all about. Yeah, it's all of us. All together. Let's go. Oh, look, she's got like 2 there. like 5 years ago. What do you read? You're reading the gossip. Yeah, because, but I feel like more things have happened in the gossip sphere. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck have got together and got divorced in the last 5 years. That's higher up on the news page than Ashley Tisdale's 2 children. It was in High School Musical. No, of course they were. Love it. It was genuine and genuine flirting before High School Musical was on it. Like that went on now a household name. So like if J-Lo was just taking her appearance in High School Musical, and then as she used to perform. That's so good. Sorry, that's the Is that with all the originals? No. Okay. Kim was wholesome with it. That's what we used to do. Do you want to put this one through the chat? No, I feel really strongly about like franchise. Like, you know, when they go beyond what's happening. Yeah. Like,
Man, Kid Tony's gonna love you.
everyone keeps saying that.
Remember, I texted you the reminders on Gyro. Check them out and let me know if you want my opinion.
No, sorry. Did you see Moana too? Did you see some films on it? Even Moana's got the same thing. It doesn't have it like Moana, but it's still Moana. True. It's not like... I know what you mean. It's not like, you know, like Pokemon inspired. Did you not watch Pokemon 2? No, I watched Pokemon 2. Yeah, it's quite a few different things. Yeah. It's like South to London. No. I know exactly what's London. You just need to get on my level. Home Alone, yeah. Home Alone 2, fine. It's the same. Home Alone 3, and same jobs. Then same lead. If you're using the same leading actor, it's not the same leading actor. It's pretty much like a big old plastic shark with Michael Caine, and the Meg is a massive shark, CGI with Jason Statham. Now you're making me look like I'm weirdly into sharks. You're like really into sharks. What kind of friend from Shark that turned on like sharks or something? That's not funny. I did look down the aisles to see for the shark tail. I swear my friend Libby at my wedding had to do like shark thinking when some of the background music on the back of the dinner. No. And I loved it. But like, was the room just full of people going, no. I think that's like a common thing now. Wacky in your playlist. Like a bit, I've seen that viral video of the guys like listening to the Pokemon feature and they play the piece of wedding. We're all different albums. Like you've got quite a Pokemon-centric Pokemon. Oh, Pokemon. Yeah. Oh, you did say Pokemon to... I did say Pokemon to that. Pokemon thing. Sorry, you're correct. Is it like me now? Wish my dad. Andrew, what episode number is it? I'd like to introduce it now. Oh yes, yeah, we're only 5 minutes in. This is episode 191. Stop it. Hello and welcome to episode 191 of Trusty Hot. I'm Hal Bauer, this is Maisie Adam. Let's go. Right, will you start recording?
That's it. That's all Tony's bottles. All we gotta do is deliver the stuff back into Tony's hands.
This was my entire dream when I was growing up. I wanted to go to Camp America. Yeah. To be a counselor. Be a counselor. I couldn't have that. Oh. And this girl, the duffel girl, I know that's not a counselor, but she's like a bigger girl than that. She's a duffel. It's straight, and then you have to like state management. Okay. Did you do that? Yeah. I was like, no one said. Most kids who are going to the national meeting, they're stage kids. So they're there to make it big.
Alright, they're showing up Tony's guys waiting to collect the goods, and he assures me this one is trustworthy.
In the narcissistic way that all stage kids are. It's not at all. He was smashing it now. Look at him! Smashing it! He's absolutely smashing it. The thing I think so knew I loved drama and knew specifically drama. I was like really confident I wanted to like be an actor performer. But then I just had no one with me that.
Alright, you beautiful piece of work. That's a wrap.
What? Isn't that so devastating? I know all those points of age stuff. I was devastated. Yes, the voice was too big. That's mean, isn't it? Have you ever? I don't know. Not like a threatening way, but just you know, it'd be great to see what you're up to now. I don't think I need to follow. I started doing this about her when I was 25. I should have known that story didn't end wholesomely. She's not around to see what you're doing anymore, thanks to certain moves that the Bower made. What she got to say that to me? Yes, to me? A big kid? Oh, but then I was like, okay, well, I guess this is my calling. Yeah. I'm meant to do tech. Yeah. So I applied to do. You thought it was a real like fork in the road moment. It really felt like that, and also it felt like so in the nicest way possible attainable to get on the course. You know? Yeah. Like
Hello there.
Hey, sexy.
if it's about the dog,
Is that you,
like
Brad?
the dog now.
You want me to pick up some Taco Bell?
No, I'll tell you what, I'm going to warn your podcast. Bye! She smiles at a nice time. Yeah. 3 years. Yeah. That drama teacher's on 10 years. I don't want to get involved in this. Anyway, you've got a nice thought to do it. Yeah. So then I went to tech, and then I was like, this is my calling. Yeah. And I put every egg in the same basket. Like, this is what I meant to do. I was tech for cousins when I was 18. Oh my God. And because I was so I was like, I will be state manager. So, and then, I'm like, but I missed my man. So I was so like, I gotta get the prop. I gotta
Goes open it up.
I've got enough. Like, I had to do it. I'm like,
You calling for some wheels? I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up.
Want some carrot stuff?
I'll get there as soon as I can.
That's it. That's it.
What is her name? Margaret?
Margaret!
Margaret!
No, I was marvellous. You think marvellous has got it to do in it, I do? No! These things we call broad weights. So let's get to 6. That's it, that's quite a lot. And everything is and then you have yeah, but like I did my thing last week. It's like it's 5 months. And like it's meditation today. And now you have to get up. And then at 6 a.m. you have to get up and you have to take all these alarm trackers to go into the lake. To go to the lake at 6 o'clock in the morning. And come on, it's really fun. And I'm like, I'm a bit tired. No, it's going to be really fun. Did I ever have to jump in? Probably. You just chuck them in.
You got the life jacket
Just
on.
pick them up by the jacket, chuck them in.
And that's your whole summer done.
Yeah, then like the next week you might have like senior pride, which is what they're all like 17. Bear in mind I'm 19. So I'm only like, I'm like 2 years older than some of them. And they're all desperate to have sex with each other. Like, that's basically the main job with senior pride. It's just forcing.
Do you remember what I was doing when I was 17? I'd had sex, but I think I was still like dry humping or something, maybe. I was not saying that out loud.
Yeah, maybe.
But dry humping's fine.
I think it is if you're not in a cabin full of kids.
You can dry hump in a, not kids, but you can dry hump with other 17-year-olds.
What happens when you are weapons off?
Oh, I meant in a, well, obviously not a pillow. I meant in a cabin, everyone 17 had all dry humping.
You're absolutely not supposed to.
I can feel it. I can actually feel it. No kids are involved in this part of the story.
It's still the same thing. Like you get woken up during the night by different things. Like you can moaning. You be like, is there a boy in this cabin? I'd like him to leave now, and I'll pretend I'm ready.
How can you approach it like they're recording? Is there a boy in this cabin? Leave now.
I just didn't want to get out of bed. I was so comfortable, so I would just go, is there a boy in this cabin? If so, you've got 10 seconds to leave, otherwise, and then I'll and then we won't talk about it, and you just hear some like awkward spotted scene.
All American kids, they're not like,
all American.
I think it's such a cool thing to do with your stuff. They do pranks on each other.
Yeah, they do pranks, but then it was like, it was sports a little bit, then it was like cookouts. So that's like, what we have to it's trying to get into working. Chocolate bars. Like, are they going to cook waffles? No, Oreos.
I can't believe how cool you are that you were able to ski and also do that. Do you remember how awful I was on China?
You got like on the snow for like 5 seconds and then you're like,
down
yeah, like, thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah.
And then you
couldn't even walk.
No. Like, watching you walk to the slope, I was nervous. And then watching you walk away from the slope, I was like, probably for the best, actually.
And everyone thinks I'm overly drunk. Much
no, you were at your wits.
I was immobile.
Yeah.
Like, completely immobile. And fucking Catherine, thanks for taking her out this year. Because I thought she'd come back and be like, oh, it's awful, you're right, you can't even walk.
I have the same expectations.
Why did you invite her?
No, but so you know, it's a week, right? It's a week with comedians, right? So genuinely, whether or not you can ski, I think is actually the third most important thing. No,
fucking psychopath.
No, trust me, you have to spend a week with these people, so it has to be, first of all, the vibes. They are just a normal, nice person you can spend a week with. Then, like, probably should be number one, but really it's number two, is are they decent on stage?
Yeah,
So the ski thing is actually, like, fine, because even, like, although you didn't ski, Stephen Bailey didn't ski, like, nice vibes for the week. And, like, Catherine, she hadn't skied before, but I knew that she's a good laugh to like spend the week with, and she's good on stage. So I was like, it'll be fine, no worries about it. Did I think because Catherine can sometimes realise I'm on Catherine's podcast here about sort of
she won't listen.
What might be not her strength, but I would guess that, like, I got my perception from talking to Catherine was like she sometimes likes to overthink, or like she sometimes would maybe be extra cautious and assess the risks of something. And she's not like gung-ho and would be like, oh, I'll just stick both feet downwards and go. That is exactly what she did. Like, she had a couple lessons. And then, like,
Great, I'm gonna help you sell some of this stuff.
Catherine, she just stood down there. It's so much. Yeah.
But then it makes me Helen.
So we were like, we'll go on together. So we were probably out. But Mike, he's seen like but he's still kind of he was very much not even like a male. He wasn't a man, but he was very much. I'm still Catherine, like, my lunch.
And she was, yeah, correct.
I think Mike would be like, oh, you've done for the food run already. No, that's great.
I just restored this!
I think I need this. You know what? I'm so gonna have fun. But I think not given the fact that I couldn't do it. I know that it's like yes, the wider. And they were like, absolutely, and you know, and they were like, we want to see the view, and they went, no, Julie, no. Yeah, what we tried. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't take one of that. I was, yeah. I'm not going back. Just honestly, for the best. For the best.
At least you say it. No, at least you say it.
Not tears, and then we do it to be like talking about the privilege of class, being like, oh, because you know, anyone private school doesn't get taught balance, we don't have special balance classes with the future prime ministers of the UK, and it'll be out like that.
I went to state school, and Catherine was just really good at skiing.
Yeah, I just run it like that, and the whole thing that it was, just to make myself feel better. What a I know, but I can't. I found that. I think that's always like action, more like video. I love stuff. Love bar parties. love the quattro, love the quattro. We've talked about it before. I just don't.
It really changed how it's anything like the couple, like, that's okay.
They were narcs.
Hey, what's going on? Okay, so you're in serious trouble, and you need my help. Okay.
Hello? Yes? You clear?
Yeah, these two. But like, if they're not phone, like, yeah, but like, you're out today. You're 17 years old, don't get
You know what? Like, so
thank you. I'm so prepared.
Yeah.
I'm to be there. Fuck off. That's hard. They are very nice, but like, rather or just like, a random meal. Yeah, I think just some boiled vegetables. Ratatouille, love the film, love the lamb. Escargot!
I would really like to get with you again, so I'm just
fine. I don't think you're getting shit salad and bacon. You're not getting booked for the love of red food. I booked you today on your baby. No, Steve, I don't have food in there. We've got bread from South Station outside of that door. It's going to come up. Always like
yeah, it just keeps the win. I'm not saying you'd be like that, but like, I think you'd be like,
I'm bad. I'm dating at the moment. I'm not.
You're the second date down, third, you take like Brits come out. Or just no offense.
To meet me and like not me do the whole like, I don't know, shit. So shit. Yeah. Like I am surprised that I see people say stuff. I am, yeah. They're very like, oh my god. Like I've seen people roll their eyes at the people. And I'm like, I don't know, but I can't control it. I'm not joking. This is awful. Okay.
All right, well,
They were like, you know Helen. How about like if I hate her so like in my bar? And they were like, Helen, big Helen. Like, yeah. That's true. Yes! Yes! That's that! It's funny and accurate, you know. It's tough on dates.
Yeah.
Tough on dates.
Yeah.
It's always something that will kind of make your height.
Yeah, and you're turning on friendly. It used to be like anything else. Because, you know, you always feel like
hey,
it's just saying it's based. And it's really, really pictures. So you're like, oh, that's the
You know, it's cold maxing out on the ill tip.
And then you're looking up the bus stop. You find it on Google Maps. Then you have to say
Sounds like way hard work.
And you're going traveling for a weekend to get to it. And then it's like, what's Helen doing?
Life's too short for that
shit. And I'm like, I don't want to take Helen.
just doing a recce. Just doing a recce of this.
When they over exit, I don't mind getting in trouble. I honestly keep them apart. But what I really mind is a guy minding
Yeah.
So like, it is a thing.
It's not a problem for them, and it's not a problem for you. Like, if it's the mutual, it's when they've said, "Oh, I'm 5'10", and you get her in the 5. They say they're 5'11", and they're about 5'9", and the leap between 5'9" and 5'11" is quite substantial. And if you are 5'9",
By dressing up as them and risking your life and future health,
And also you can see them.
then you have your face digitally removed on a green